The Daily Mail got into hot water with the general public when it released pictures of the beautiful Jennifer Aniston returning from her honeymoon with the headline, "Oh Jen, did you overdo the honeymoon dinners?" Social media erupted in outrage, with some even branding the Daily Mail as sickening. The public had spoken. Enough was enough on sensationalised body shaming. Ironically, earlier that year, the Daily Mail had something slightly different to say about Leonardo DiCaprio's unfit body. Unfit and flabby bodies are making all the girls swoon, apparently. One hashtag later and the dadbod trend is born. Is it just me, or can anyone else spot the double standard here? Both American celebrities, both around the same age, both pictured in what can be perceived as unflattering photos. The only difference? One's a man and one's a woman. It's no secret that women in the public eye's bodies are always harshly criticised. But what we want to know is, do you think that women's bodies are more criticised than men's?
Unfortunately, yes, and it's not fair.
No, definitely not. I think it's like the same.
Yes, for sure, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they are, really. I think women obviously look at male bodies as well.
Definitely.
And that relates to like the innate differences between males and females. Because obviously males, we're kind of wired to just look for like how many girls we can have sex with basically, because that's what makes more babies. That's how evolution works. Whereas girls, because you only can have one baby at a time, they have to look for different characteristics.
I think that obviously women's bodies are like more like sexualized in like every industry, music industry, all the creative arts industries, because they make money. Maybe in the media, men's are more criticised, but I think in person with people's like minds and their how they view things in general, I think men are kind of criticised. Just not, it's not as obvious and it's not as put out.
They're not going to value appearances as much because they need the male to stick around, whereas guys just need to, you know, get their things out there, basically.
I believe that because I don't know if you've seen Vin Diesel recently. He gained a big belly, but they haven't. The media hasn't criticized him. But if it was Kim Kardashian when she was pregnant, she gained weight. People were criticizing her.
To be quite honest, if we're on all equal species, we should all be scrutinised the same way. And I hate to say it, it's not fair. They get put under a lot more pressure than us, and we look a bit lazy, to be honest. It's kind of embarrassing on our part.
To be honest, I just think it's a media thing, really. I just think that people were just, like, too many people were airbrushed. And if you're getting papped, like, walking down the road in not attractive gear, you've all of a sudden gained £2. Whereas if you're walking your kid down the road, that's it, your dad's of the year kind of thing. I think everything's media.
Because the society today, women still product in shelf, so if you want to sell things, you put women first. That you're gonna see product to sell. That's why.
Yes, I do. It's just the way, well, it's just like stereotype these days, the way media portrays them is all. Like you see women wearing short skirts, I think here I don't say the word. Sluts, prostitutes, just the way they walk is all. They could be like a nice person from the inside, but it's just the way they walk outside. Oh yeah, because she's wearing short skirts here, or she's wearing this here, yep, she's like one of them. So they get criticized, yeah.
I think women put a lot more pressure on each other.
No, definitely yes. Especially today, because like women have a certain image of how they should look like, and men not really as such.
We get to a certain stage and then we're expected to stay like that, but it's not realistic because obviously we do put on a few pounds, we lose a few pounds. If we're stressed, we put on weight, but unfortunately the public don't see it like that. And if we're meant to be an icon, then I think people think in that world that we're going to stay like that forever.
You're supposed to look in a certain way according to society as women, but men, like, you're supposed to look in a certain way, but not as much as women, if that makes sense.
Women are more open to speak about it than men are.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of like a 50-50 thing. It's like men, they're better at kind of not hiding things, because females are better at that. But generally men don't really speak about things like that. Do you know what I mean? But like if someone says to them basically that, they probably will take it, but they'll banter it off with the lads. Do you know what I mean? They wouldn't females, I don't know, will probably go cry or something.
As a personal trainer myself, I do put a lot of pressure on myself as well to look a certain way, or to make sure that I don't feel like other people are going to judge me by how I look if I put on weight, or if I lose weight or gain weight, because people will make comments, positive and negative, and it is quite hard to deal with. So you do try and maintain a certain image and a certain look about yourself. But I think for men, it just seems to be, personally, I think it's a lot easier. Maybe I'm just hormonal and crazy, but that's just how I see things.
Well, in my opinion, women's bodies are more criticised than men's. But I feel it may stem from somewhere slightly more unexpected than you'd think. You see, in one way or another, we are all connected to women's bodies, whether we have one or came from one. A woman's womb was all our home at one point, and a woman's breast all our feeding receptacles. So perhaps we innately feel a sense of legitimacy when it comes to criticising a woman's body. But judging by the backlash the Daily Mail received, it may be time for us as a society to collectively grow up. And excluding those who are still breastfeeding, perhaps it's merely time for us to all start respecting the women's bodies we came from and have, no matter what they look like. Well, that's just my opinion. Until next time.